Okay, so we're up to way number 8 for day number 8. And this one is besimcha, joy, constant joy. One I definitely struggle with for those who know me, so here goes. This is talking to myself. Do you remember the thrill of hitting a home run as a kid, or the getting out of school the last day, or riding your new bike? So you jumped with joy. It was fantastic. Joy gives you energy and makes you feel great. You can achieve all kinds of things that otherwise may seem too difficult to attempt with joy. So some people have more natural joy, but joy can be studied and mastered like any other tool. And when you have joy, you can do anything better, stronger, and faster. When you're not joyful, you're not reaching your potential. So a pro athlete, no matter how many times he steps up to the plate, right, still needs the thrill from the pitch, the swing, the fresh spring air, the cheering crowd. Otherwise, his game is flat. He's playing by rote. So the same in life. If you have joy, you live life with a different verb. So first among these aspects of the tool is to recognize real joy versus counterfeit joy. So remember when your home team won the World Series, the city erupted in energy and euphoria, and thousands took to the street. But in the end, there was violence and destruction and arrests. You know, the day that has the greatest number of suicides is the day after New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, right? A day that, an evening that's full celebration, full tilt all night long, and yet the greatest suicide rate happens the next day. And why is that? Because it wasn't real joy. It's hysterical delusion. So understand the difference between real joy and counterfeit joy. And when you identify real joy, which is joy that comes from fulfilling your potential, you'll know it and you'll feel it and you'll understand and recognize it on an ongoing basis. So number 2 of this is to recognize the pleasure of growth. Joy doesn't come from events, from good things happening to you. Joy really comes solely from your reaction to life, your commitment to turning every moment into a growth experience. So if you do significant things, you have more joy. If you're fighting for a cause, if you're making an impact on the world, you're heavy, you're eternal, and therefore joyous. So find your cause, and whatever it is, work at it. And obviously, in Jewish consciousness, the greatest cause of all is serving Hashem. Number 3 of this is internal, external. So we have a principle called chitzonius ma'oras apnimius. The external awakens the internal. So if a person's not feeling joyous, studies show that smiling can actually improve your mood. It actually releases endorphins that cause one to feel more joyous. If you need more pick-me-ups, wear nice clothes, eat delicious food, sing, take a walk on a beach, think positive thoughts, speak out affirmations, spend time with friends, do a kindness for someone else, ponder how great it is to be alive, right? And once you feel joy, then channel it in a productive manner. Don't just sit back and bask and bathe in the joy. Take that energy and go do something with it. Number 4 of this is to recognize the joy of potential pleasure. One way to increase our joy is to anticipate the pleasure that's coming our way. You get up in the morning, wow, we're going to the circus today. We're going to have an amazing time, right? The implication of doing this is profound. If you constantly anticipate pleasure, you can always be in a state of joy. Even when this moment is heavy and negative, you can be looking at what you're participating next or anticipating next. Number 5 of this is to recognize that joy is actually the natural human condition. Think about a child. A child has joy by nature. That's just the way they are, except when something specific is bothering them. A ball, a moon, the moon, a carrot, right? A toy keeps them happy and joyous for an hour. But we as adults learn to be miserable. Now, the reasons for joy haven't disappeared. It's just that the daily responsibilities distract us from joy. So be conscious of the beauty of every moment. Focus on that underlying state of joy, even amidst the most mundane aspects of your daily life. And that's why when we get up in the morning, the first blessings we say, right, is to thank Hashem for the simple things. Thanks for giving me life. Thank God I can see. Thank God I can use my hands and feet. Thank God I can think. If you master the art of noticing, appreciating, and consciously enjoying what you already have, you can always be happy. Number 6 is to take things in stride. At the end of the day, troubles come in life, right? So the key is to focus on them as opportunities for growth. The Orchos Tzaddikim says that joy sits in a person's heart when he doesn't focus on his troubles. So if you can focus away from your troubles, then your natural condition is actually joy. And that comes also with understanding the difference between concern and worry. Worry means allowing a problem to consume you, to take over your life, even when you can't do anything about it. Concern means you pay attention to the problem and look for solutions. So let's kind of focus in on the areas of concern and avoid devolving into worry. Number 7 of this is the joy of wisdom. Recognize that wisdom is one of the greatest sources of joy. With wisdom, we can understand the world around us and our role in it. In Judaism, we say that the essence of all joy is Torah. Ein simcha kaTorah. Why? Because the Torah teaches us the meaning of life. It teaches us how we connect with the Almighty, how to live according to God's will. That's why on Tisha B'Av, our national day of mourning, we're not allowed to learn Torah because Torah is joy. So whatever wisdom you learn, review it, memorize it, keep it in front of you, use it to achieve your loftiest goals. And then when you need to, turn to it in the face of adversity. So an applied wisdom idea is take 10 minutes and write out a list of the times that you danced with joy. Was it an outstanding achievement? Was it meeting a long lost friend? Was it being saved from a terrible situation, right? The birth of your child, whatever it may be, look at the list and then try to find common denominators among the things to see if you can identify a cause. If you can find a cause, something that drives you toward joy, then you have a secret weapon to snap out of a negative mood. So examine your list, see which of those times reflected true joy and which reflected illusions and hysteria. And then ultimately try and find a way to expand your list.